Hey love, my name is Brittany Pollard and you are now rocking with the Everyday Intentions podcast, your source for real conversation centered around stepping into your personal power one intention at a time. This podcast is all about owning our voice, taking up space, expressing ourselves, and moving through life at our own pace. You are invited to the magic, so let's roll. What is up, my people? Welcome to another episode of the Everyday Intentions podcast. I am your host of the show, Brittany Pollard, and with this podcast, we talk all about change, growth, transformation, reclaiming our voices, owning our spaces, all of the things, and creating the lives that we want to live through small, daily, intentional actions. Today's show, I'm really excited to share with you all. It is going to be one of those quick episodes because, like I said at the start of the year with doing these podcast episodes, I'm not trying to structure them to be anything specific. I really just want to come on and share whatever is active for me and whatever messages I feel like need to be shared. Okay, so this is going to just be a real quick hit. It was just a thought that kind of just came into my mind, and I'm like, all right, let me push this out and share it because it was really helpful for me. It was one of those lightning bolt moments where I was like, okay. And it was information that I knew, but you know, sometimes the information just hit different, y'all. So with today's message, it was all around being mindful about putting other people on pedestals, especially when you are in an industry or you're in a field or, you know, you're starting off a career path. We all, and it's very, very natural to do this, we all tend to look at the ones who are doing the things that we want to do, the ones who have longevity in it, the ones who have the time, the experience, all of the wisdom within that field, right? We tend to look at those people and we tend to put them on pedestals as the all-knowing, all-understanding person in that field, right? And that is a very natural thing to do, you know, especially if it's something that you want to get into. You always want to go to someone who has the experience so they can kind of provide you some mentorship or guidance on, you know, whatever you're interested in doing. So it's very normal to do that. Now, what came through for me is that in that type of relationship where we're putting people on pedestals, we can't forget about our own selves. We can't forget about the work that we've put in to get to where we want to be. We can't forget about the time, the energy, the effort, the inspiration, all the things that back us and who we are. We can't lose sight of that. And this is very, very important because as we start to, you know, grow, shift, change, and up level, and we start to notice ourselves in different rooms, it's very, very important for us to not only feel like we deserve to be in these rooms, not only feel it, but to know it and understand it and to understand that we've been called to be in these certain rooms. And I feel like this especially applies if you are let's say you're at a conference, right? And let's say you don't have any of the qualifications of the other people in the room, or you don't quite understand what they're talking about fully, but you're kind of interested in it. Instead of being like, I don't know why I'm here, I don't belong here, I don't have enough information, I don't have enough training, instead of going into not being enough, it's really important for us to understand that we are in the room for a reason. And it's just that little shift in perspective so that we recognize that we're in that room because we have something to give. We're in that room because we were divinely called to be there. Out of all of the people on the planet, the fact that you ended up in a room with all of these quote unquote professionals, honey, don't sleep on yourself, okay? There's a reason why you're there. And I think it's so much more productive to look at it in that way versus like, I don't belong here. I shouldn't talk to anyone. These people aren't going to respect me. They don't know me. No, don't even go down that route. You are there for a specific reason and you deserve to shine and you get to be confident. And you know what? If you're the person who knows the least in the room, guess what? You have the most to gain because you have this openness to where you can take in information and then you can integrate it and figure out what is right for you and what you want to potentially continue to study. So that one just hit me because I myself do that. I do that and I'm like, oh hell no. I gotta stop that and start recognizing that I've put a lot of time, energy, effort, and love and heart into who I am today. And the spaces that I end up in are not by accident, okay? Where we end up at in the spaces, especially when we want to grow and change and evolve, these rooms are not here by accident. You were divinely called there. So really have confidence in yourself and really ground yourself in that knowing and trust yourself. Because yes, the people that you look up to, the people that you might put on a pedestal, they might have a lot of information, but guess what? There's only one of you, and you have such a unique approach to life that you get to bring to this world. And I know that sounds cliche, but it is so, so true. Think about how many times you've either gone to church or you've gone to a seminar on anything. A lot of the time, especially in the personal development world, a lot of the messages are the fucking same. They're exactly the same. Like face your fears and all the things. They're exactly the same, but just depending on who is delivering the content, it lands different in your system. So I could be telling you this and you don't really get it. And then who knows, you get a call, from your doctor or whatever, and they tell you the information and you're like, oh, now I get it. It's the same exact thing for you. Okay. So I just want to send love to whoever that's for, whatever you're doing, just know that you deserve to be in that room. You deserve to be at that table. And you deserve to be heard and seen, and you deserve to share your voice and share your gifts and share your uniqueness and your perspective. So that is my offering today. And before I go, I just want to share this quote with you that I came across in this book that I have in love called The Complete Works of Florence Shinn. And the quote says, I am fully equipped for the divine plan of my life. I am more than equal to the situation. And y'all, I opened that book and it went right to that quote. And I was like, okay, y'all, I see you. And it's so true. Wherever you end up, especially when you're on a path of growth, there's always, always learning involved. But for the purpose of this episode, I don't want you to sleep on yourself. Don't sleep on your gifts. Don't sleep on your education. Don't sleep on your intuition. Don't sleep on your power, your knowledge, your wisdom. You're special. And what tends to happen is, as we start to believe that, we start to attract more of those situations that affirm that. And so if you're in a space where you're attracting a situation and it's just so good and it kind of like scares you and you feel like you're not enough for what you're attracting, guess what? You are. You totally are. Your life has a divine plan. You are more than equal to the situation and you are more than enough. Okay, so that is it for today. So if anything, just walk away from this episode knowing that you deserve to take up space and do it, please. All right, y'all. Till next time, take care.